Spencer.
Which one?
Storm Collectibles. It's like the Hogan with the more modern one that has like the tie dye. And they
Yeah,
made an NWO one also.
yeah,
They made a Mike
yeah.
Tyson figure.
I took the NWO Storm Collectible Hogan
Oh, you
and
did? You have them?
I turned it into Bane.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, I do. I think you did. Didn't you show us that?
I probably did. Yeah.
So I remember you saying that. All right, so so I wanted to go into this because this was, the epic rant from Victoria Cantina on this was
Oh, she
perfectly
killed him.
summed up. I loved it. So this deluxe Boba Fett went up for pre-order. Nobody knew. It just went up. People had a problem trying to get it, and then it sold out. But I want to read what Victoria Cantina said because she summed it up so perfectly. I couldn't put it into my own words. Let's call the Target Boba exclusive what it was, a shit show. Everything about it was handled was abysmal, and pre-orders at mass retailers continue to be the bane of my collectors. Last minute, wrong pricing, didn't go up on time, sold out too quick. What went right? This was a failure at every level. Perhaps worst of all, the 1 p.m. sale didn't happen, and those who waited refreshing like mad got it 15 minutes later, and those who had to go back to, life missed out. Something's got to give. From the top down, the system is broken. Then you still have to worry about how Target or Walmart or Amazon is going to ship them to you. Or worse, they may even cancel your order, leaving you at the mercy of possible, but not guaranteed, restocks that may again sell out in minutes and the tedious chore of hunting. They tried doing no pre-order. That only worked for some. The next step is online only. With the limited quantities we see, there's no point of selling in stores. Few will find them. They will need to allocate all stock for online instead of 5% or whatever it currently is. This isn't 2010 when Hasbro was selling more to kids, and in 2022, the vintage collection is marketed and priced as an adult collectible commodity. Treating pre-orders like this speaks to how these companies think of their adult consumer bases. The game of cat and mouse must end. If you are intent to sell and declare your item is for a discerning adult collector who is keen on quality and detail, and you are going to charge them in the kind, the pre-order and buying experience should be aligned with the philosophy. Anything less is insulting and incompetent.
Ooh.
It's kind of,
Awesome.
yeah.
She
So
burnt
that's
it down. And I mean, she did better than Seth Rollins did.
Yeah, she was in a sitting crisscross applesauce when she cut that one.
Yeah, with
Yes.
Mike.
Yeah,
She gave everybody the pipe bomb on that one. I was like, whoo.
as like a toy outsider looking in, this was one of the things that baffled me. Where it's like, you have these people who want to buy your stuff, and like you just aren't giving that to them. And I remember, as a kid going to Toys R Us and just being like, what do I want today? And now it's like, please, can I please have that? Like, it's just unbelievable that if they make it this hard.
I put him in this pipe bomb.
Well, here's the thing. Hasbro will keep doing Walmart exclusives because Walmart buys them.
Mhm.
Walmart is really their customer. And when have we ever gotten customer service of any kind from Walmart?
Walmart won't even let me bring my grocery bags. My reusable grocery bags are Walmart on Broadway. I can't shop there if I want to bring my own giant old lady cart. It's madness. And if they won't serve me, the customer, they won't serve you, the figurehead.
Dang, come on. I didn't think they were that tough.
Hasbro,
I love them all. I love stores.
Hasbro is painfully aware of this issue, and they don't have the balls to say something to Walmart. They don't want to lose that customer.
Yeah.
Just keep buying from us, Walmart.
This is by and large. We're watching it. Wait till Fred Willard's the president. It'll be just like the movie WALL-E.
Yeah. And you know what's funny too? Is like it's the same thing with Walgreens. We're still waiting for Binary. Binary has not shown up. Marvel Legends Binary has not shown up in Walgreens at all. You have not really seen her in the States at all. Overseas, plentiful. Canada, plentiful. United States, where's that? Where's it?
Not here.
Yeah. And the sad part about this is like sometimes you gotta hold these if they're your customer, you gotta hold them to a higher demand. You gotta higher like, look, we sent this to you. Why are these not on shelves? Why are you not reporting any sales from these? Like I'm sure they got a report like, hey, we sold this many quantities. Like they go back and say, hey, how many quantities of this product did you sell? What they're saying like 25,000 units we moved.
Mm-hmm.
But where are these 25,000 that you moved? Oh, still in a warehouse, or still in a boat somewhere. It's just sitting there.
You'll see him at Ross in like a year and a half.
And that's the sad part about it. But you have like the same, and I noticed Walgreens. I think Walgreens is kind of getting fed up as well too. I don't know the same because now I go to some Walgreens. There's no Marvel Legends. There's no GI Joes.
Nope.
There's barely any Star Wars figures on the shelf. I think they just like kind of like we got in over our head. We thought this was going to be kind of a good thing. Some figures in, like some toys, some real figures in here, some real toys in here, and they seen say stuff that was sitting on the shelf because either they weren't, nobody wanted them, they just weren't great at great selection that they chose to be exclusive for the store. It's just now you got look at Walgreens is like, hey, how many of this are you selling? And Walgreens is saying like 0. Then at that point you need to reevaluate the whole relationship at that point at that time.
Yeah.
Don Machichiaro says most frustrating part about my job is we have over 400 customers and seven of those make up 98% of our businesses. So salespeople bend over backwards for them and let them get away with anything.
It's like that at so many companies. I just think of like so many industries, and it's always that big money talks where it's like, well, this is our biggest client. We have to just bend the rules a little bit. And then it's like, well, it can make the product suffer overall because you do forget the smaller buyers and the people who, really want to invest and like they really want the product to be as good as it can be.
Mm-hmm. And Amazon, I hold to I hold to a higher standard. You're probably the most wealthiest company in the United States. There's no reason why you should be canceling people's pre-orders. You should already know what you have in stock. Because for those who didn't know and don't know, I used to work at Amazon. I used to be the guy that put the stuff on the shelf.
I thought you were going to say I was the guy peeing the bottle in the warehouse.
This is long before they had those standards and practices. This is
I was he tweeted everything's great.
So I worked there. What was it? Oh, it was the year September 11th happened. Because I was there when September 11th happened. I was in the Amazon warehouse.
Oh, wow.
In their infancy.
There's like mostly books, right? Still?
Yeah, there were still mostly books and other products as well. But a little side story to this, because my grandmother was coming back from a flight, and they were coming through Pittsburgh. So I was like, oh shoot, one of those planes is coming from it was supposed to be going to Pittsburgh. I'm like,
it crashed on my family's property.
Wow.
Like 93 crashed on my family's property, and there was this whole government thing where they wanted to buy the land, but they wanted to buy it at like kind of a discount. And like, it's my dad's second cousin, and he's kind of like, yeah, it was this big ordeal. It was why he ended up going to the White House, and they like worked it out directly with the president. And now there's like a memorial, and he doesn't own it anymore, but they bought it like on the level. But it took some negotiations, and that's a weird little fact I sometimes tell people.
Wow.
It's just crazy during that time. But that's when I was there, and it was like, all right, I'm just putting stuff on the shelf. Just Amazon has no business of not like saying, hey, we don't know how much we're going to get. Just go ahead and pre-order it. They're like, well, guess that ain't going to happen. Now I understand if, like with the Watcher, Marvel Select, Diamonds says, hey, we're not going to release this. Something happened with the mold. We're going to probably wait till another time and see what happens. Okay, fine. But Diamond Select should put out a message saying, hey, this, we had some issue. We had an issue. We're not going to re-release this. Fine. I'm cool with that. But then everybody just shows up and like, hey, gets an email like, hey, your order's canceled. Well, I've been waiting for this for like over a year now. And then, I'm sorry, somebody said, where is it here? Oh, Rhino Hobby says we're still waiting on Quasar. Yeah, some people are still waiting on Quasar. It's just sad. It's sad, frustrating part of it. Like I just don't understand it. Obi-Wan says, you left before Amazon began offering stock to all their employees. Every employee who stuck with them is filthy, sticky rich from back then. Yeah, I couldn't take it
For
anymore.
real.
They make Dante feel bad.
I know.
Honestly, they worked you to death because when they were implementing the new rules, I think at that point in time where you had to do so many carts per day, but there's not enough shelf space to put all this stuff on. So how do you want me to do like all these books, put all these books up, and not have enough space? Like I'm trying to find space for it. It's like you give me a cart full, like it was 3 shelves on one side, 3 shelves on the other side, full of books. Where you want me to put all these books at? But there's not enough space. Plus, you had to scan the book and then scan the location where it's at. So the picker, who they call them, is the person who comes and picks up the item and takes the item off the shelf for the order. It's a little bit of how I don't know if they still work like that today, but I don't know. Grace says I cheated with LP smuggling Quasar into the country. Yeah, he was.
I found him in Nova up in Canada. I've never seen him down here.
Yeah. Look, don't worry about how I get my smuggled Marvel Legends into this country.
Oh no.
The Legends, I smuggle them in like candy. Equine says my Walgreens still has the yellow Daredevil and Ant-Man, and also that white proto Boba Fett. You know what? I would say get that white proto Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Now, actually, you probably get them at discount rate at this point, and you'll still have the same figure that's getting ready to get released.
Yeah.
We have that Daredevil at our Walgreens.
Wow.
And an old Sasha Banks, like for when she wore the glasses with the
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's just ridiculous.
Just warming it.
Yeah, and see, a lot of people are saying, like, even Stratton says I haven't seen Nova or any of the figures at Walgreens.
That white proto Boba Fett is getting a re-release.
That's what I'm saying. I'll just go ahead and pick it up at the cheap.
Yeah.
Pick it up cheap because I'm sure it's probably discounted down at this point, and then you can just pick it up. So you already have you're already ready, way ahead of the game before everybody else. Be like, hey, guess what? I got the figure. I'm like, oh, Sam, how'd you get it? Because it was already released before.
That is a 2014 release. I bet it's not even still in their system.
Yeah.
That is an 8-year-old figure.
Oh, it's still in the system.
I'm gonna type the barcode in by hand.
Somebody sent me a photo of they found a WWE Jax figure and Marvel's. How long is?
Hey guys, it's David Nakayama here. Want to make sure you catch Infinity Equation Fridays at 8 o'clock. See you there.